How does this work? I mean, I'm very curious. I mean, I'm there with SaaS team. I can see SaaS is really amazing out there. Um, and my outfit is just starting out, doing rooftop solars here down under,
Mhm.
and almost like Kent, trying to now
Yeah.
branch into specifically education, but at the same time, digital services to clients out here. So how can I leverage the strengths that what you are building, what you're seeing? I've seen my worker AI. So really, the
Mhm.
conversation is more along the lines of how can I align the values here with what you're building? Because I can clearly see there's a incentive fit
Mhm.
where we are building the win-win value chains.
Yeah. Well, also for context too, after I came across your profile and everything, and um, yeah, I got a similar type of feeling that hey, there seems to be a lot of just alignment in different areas. So I was like, hey, let's hop on, let's chat, and would love to hear directly from you. I guess a little bit more about kind of what your focus is and what you're looking to do, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of amazing just how all these different dots connect and like how I got connected with Kent. And I'm not sure if you follow Benoit's podcast or the Solar Maverick podcast, but
Not yet. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, I actually Benoit was just in town like a couple weeks ago, so hung out with him here, and we recorded an episode while he was in town. It hasn't launched yet, but uh, yeah, a lot of good friends in the solar industry for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's pretty big over here as well in Australia and down under. I mean, in the sense, the penetration is pretty high in the residential sector. And similarly, the small and medium businesses are also hopping on board, installing 100 kilowatts and above on top of their warehouses and distribution centers. Um, and they're leveraging on the sort of low price environment, whereas the energy prices are going up. It sort of offsets some of their capex, sorry, some of their opex, uh,
Mm,
and that sort of helps, right? But not many people are comfortable because of the history that there is some cowboys that have come on board and connected it in the past decade or 2 decades ago. So things are changing now. Things are changing. There is real momentum. There is real sort of a growth spurt that's happening, um, and people are getting more comfortable because they're able to see data.
mm,
The software in the past wasn't able to show so much, but nowadays they're able to see actual data, how it's performing, where's my faults, uh, how are my diagnostics running, um, and am I really getting the bang for the buck?
yeah.
And the other aspect of it is Australia, though, is so vast. In terms of numbers, people numbers, it's less. So so we are
Yeah.
we are we are we are nowhere near the kind of demand that's probably there in the US, or nowhere near the kind of demand that's there in the Asia. So we've got to be really sure when we get it right, we've got to get it right properly. And I think that's one of the, I think, advantage and a disadvantage. Advantage being it gives us some time to run the numbers properly. And disadvantage in the sense we don't move as fast as
Yeah.
we would like to.
Yeah, sometimes especially out here, it's just crazy the speed that some people move. Yeah. I
Right.
actually think Benoit's uh yeah, he was telling me about a project. I'm not sure if he's announced it yet, but he's some of the things that some of these guys are working on, it's pretty remarkable. Just a lot of energy coming online. And so what's your, I guess, particular focus within, the space as a whole? Like what do you I guess like
So
what's your sweet spot?
So I think what's happened is over the years, or the past, I guess, couple of years, I'd say my focus has really moved to rethinking how we deliver education. But at the same time, it's not just classroom learning, but how can I blend education and a business aspect together so the students are not just learning, they're also applying on the go, on the flow.
Hmm.
So this is more like, okay, let's reimagine. when you step into a classroom as a teenager, you're not just stepping into to learn some principle, but you also see that principle being applied in a parallel business that's running. So really to tie up, how do I tie up a life project to a classroom subject?
Hmm. Okay,
I think
very cool.
that's where my mindset is at.
Yeah. And how are you looking to do that at the moment?
Really, first, of course, to win clients, right? A is, of course, to win clients. Like, how do I initially, let's say, the solar project is simply a solar project, if I could say. Um, to how do I first initially go ahead to win clients, and once I win clients, is how do I connect them to an engineering cohort or somebody who is in project management in that cohort? How do I tie them up to say, okay, there's this current live project going on. These are the technicalities of it. Is some of your students, would that make sense for you to just jump on board and see how this is getting executed?
Hmm. Yeah.
Right now, there's a gap, and that gap is not just what the students learn, but this whole idea of being entitled that, okay, once I learn, I can just come on board and deliver. But no, there are some more nuances there. You need to be able to talk, you need to be able to walk, and in a professional world, it's different than what happens in the academic world.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And how I tend to do that is, of course, I'm connected with my normal alumni and everything, but then the way I see this branching out is having enough projects in the pipeline that then enables you to connect with the academia team. And I guess, here the challenge is basically how, if the companies or if the project that's working on, are they comfortable to share that data on a more liberal basis?
mhm. So with the target, like the customers that you're going to be bringing online, like what is that, like what is that like target person or target customer that people that you're going to be working with look like?
So that's a very good question, Will, because um, past 1 year, I would say there was a dip in terms of the number of presentations, the number of demos I'm making versus how much are being booked and coming online. But then there's now a steady incline again, where the interest is again spiking in order to see what the costs are. So if you ask me a target, I just had a megawatt target, but then just having a megawatt target without the right backing, um, in terms of numbers, in terms of demos, um, is a misalignment. So I think it's more organic,
Hmm.
um, and it's pretty much an open board. I mean, I can say, okay, I have a 1 megawatt target, but then 1 megawatt target can be 10 customers. One megawatt target can be 20 customers. But how many demos I'm actually booking, and how many like I'm sitting like how I'm able to like get the decision maker in front of me and have a chat.
Yeah.
That is in a rare occasion. Now, that's the thing that I really want to like crack through.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, the so for example, let's say I don't know the exact numbers, but let's say that you're at like 10 demos every, you know, every like couple weeks or something, right? Or every month,
Mm,
whatever that number is. Um, the big thing that I think really the question becomes how do you turn that into a repeatable motion? So it's like, okay,
correct.
we know that, you know, you put this into the gumball machine, this many meetings come out, and then and this is who we're speaking with. And then based on whatever, all the rest of the business objectives are, whatever your goals are, et cetera, it's thinking through, okay, well, who are those people that we want to build repeatable funnels to be able to speak to? And so maybe it's like this one target ICP, the CEOs at these types of companies that are doing this much revenue, the sizing, that have these pain points. And maybe
Yep.
those people, a lot of them really want to talk to you because you have a very compelling value prop. You could help them out a lot. And then other ICPs, like it's like every company goes through this, and it's like a continual like iteration process of learning. And so the approach that I personally like to take, and that like because I've seen a lot of success with, and a lot of other people do as well, is just let's really nail down and figure out where that value prop lies. And then, uh, like I used to do it more manually. I had like a team at SAS Mining and people to help like do all the research. But that's really what we built at My Worker, is kind of leveraging AI to do all those things that previously I had to do manually to get put in touch with those right decision makers and then build those
Mm,
relationships, build the business, all of that. And so,
yes.
and then obviously on stream too, it's nice and fun to be able to build in public, give the exposure to whoever we're working with. But um, maybe a different time. I know it's getting late there, so just depending on like your timing and everything. But I'd be happy to show you and even go through a working session with you to show you like how you might be able to leverage the software to just get more demos or whatever it is set up.
Yeah, no, I definitely uh, would be keen to see how that would set up because, like you said, I can actually resonate with the fact that it's all manual and it's still very much manual for me as well, right from the booking, the call, the demo, and
Yeah.
then post demo as well.
Yeah.
The post demo as well when the client is interested. All right, guys, I like what you guys have. Uh, let's throw some numbers. So even that number process as well. So like, how can I get in more automation? That's really the idea. So, but the first step is getting those demos in.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's a lot. It's interesting too because like when you say it out loud, it sounds like a lot, but when you're doing it, it's like, oh wait, this is taking up the entire like the large majority of my time, which is
Correct.
it's kind of crazy. And so that was the thing where when I was building my last company, there are just so many different relationships and things that you need to do. And if you want to actually open the door, it requires tremendous amount of research and a lot of background. A lot of this stuff can now be done with AI, but um, yeah, I went through it manually many, many times. So everything that you're talking about, I very, very familiar with as well.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, and right now, I guess like what is the? I know you talked a little bit about like the vision or the goal, but um, like if you talk more to that, who are some of those like specific different types of people like that you think would be like good partners or good, um, I guess
If you,
customers, whoever that would help like you
yeah,
bring
I
that
think,
vision to
yeah,
life.
yeah, yeah, you've hit the nail on the head there. The industry, I would say, the industry that is ripe for accepting such solutions for the energy is the food manufacturing um, and any sort of small medium businesses who are in the automation or in the industrial distribution sector.
Mm,
The reason why I say that is they are power hungry, they are net consumers because of the volume that they distribute. However, they are resource short when it comes to assessing can they offset some of their energy consumption through having such solutions on board for their premises. And it's just an education gap.
hmm.
If the right person, if you can tap into the right person, get a demo in, get those numbers, then I'm sure there's a high chance that that project can materialize. Um, and I think that's the area, the fast moving consumer goods FMCG and the manufacturing businesses. Um,
Okay.
um, getting to a database is probably another challenge. Right now, again, that is process is pretty much manual. We're going area wise. Okay, this area here is known industrial zone. So let's see what list of businesses are there and reach out to them.
Mm,
Um,
I see. Yeah.
right now, that's also a manual process.
Yeah, 100%. So, the to dig into uh, if we just walk through like an example, like imagine like I'm one of those. Uh, I guess like you talk to the CEO of that company or the
Correct. We try to reach the CEO. Not necessarily we can always get to the CEO.
yeah. How big are the
We
companies?
we
Like
sometimes
estimated
get
revenue.
yes. Sometimes we get to the facilities manager. And then the facilities manager is not the decision maker, but that's the person who's doing the legwork to try to get the numbers out in front of their board. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
I need 200K, I need 300K. here to realize this project. This is the kind of benefits we have over a 5-year term. This is the return on investment, et cetera, et cetera. And then the CEO says, oh, no, wait, we have more pressing matters. The budget is going elsewhere.
Hmm.
And then you got all
Yeah.
6 months worth of work not materializing
Yeah,
anywhere,
that's
not going
unfortunate.
anywhere. Yeah. But this is where I realize like where we are able to deliver a win-win in the sense, just like you do it at SAS, right? Um, the only time when I like I realize good value is when you realize value.
Hmm.
And how do I make that sweet spot uh, much sweeter in terms of not just the financial numbers, but really overall, if you're able to display the numbers, okay, look, this is the potential property appreciation you have possible because this is what the trend says, or this is the potential, maintenance offset you have, et cetera, et cetera. All these data points, with AI, you are able to extract all these data points now um, for a particular zone. I would think so because
Hmm.
that's the kind of power I can see we can deliver to a decision maker to sort of make a better assessment. Because not necessarily when the facilities manager is able to bring those numbers in front of a decision maker, the decision maker himself is thinking a lot more long term. And it just requires a bit more, nudge on the right direction and not look.
Yeah. Oh,
This
absolutely.
relationship that we have built, yeah, this relationship we have built, there's more value in it, not just, this project that
Yeah.
you're going to execute.
So I guess and this is actually, it's really interesting for me too, because this is a newer, I guess, niche than I've been exposed to previously. And so
Mm.
as the people that you're talking to, the potential partners, decision makers there, what are their alternatives? So like I'll try and like there are a couple parts to this question, but what I'm trying to kind of map out is, okay, like this is their business, and then here is what you guys bring in terms of value, the excess value, and the proposition that you guys have. But as the decision maker at this type of a company, what other alternatives might I be looking at to the service that you guys are potentially providing? So it's one of the things that we have in the software, but we've noticed that it's very important to understand like the value prop to the target partner, but then what are the reasons why that person might say no, and also just understanding what are the other options that they might have on their plate. And thankfully, AI can understand all these things, but just for me to fully wrap my head around it, do you have and not everyone has a full sense of that, but do you understand or have any insights maybe into what that decision maker um, might also be seeing come across their desk?
Yeah, great question there as well, Will. In my experience so far, the what I see has been a challenge. Yes, they are able to command bulk rates.
Come on,
So
bug
let's say
rates,
the power rates, bulk rates, but by
bulk
bulk rates, I
rates. Okay,
mean,
yeah.
yeah, bulk rates. So by that, I mean basically they're able to book their power prices for X number of months because of their consumption. So when they're able to do that, okay, let's say by December 2025, my contract is running out. I'm going out into the market to see for the next 18 months who can I book
Hmm.
because this is something I don't want to visit regularly.
Yeah.
So that's one challenge there. They're able to command that. So whatever study I've done for them 2 months ago, saying, okay, if you're able to direct the capital there, this is the kind of gain. Immediately, I have to reassess those numbers again because of that leverage they have. Number two is the relationships. So they could be mostly tapping into the market just to see, okay, um, you guys are coming in and doing this for us for this much. I have a buddy electrician here. He's been looking for work. He's given me some price. I'll just go in and do a price check here. This guy here is going to still deliver the job for me, but and I can get the sort of estimate from these guys here um, who seem to know what they're doing and they have a good track record. So that's
Mm,
the second sort of stepping stone.
I see. And what's like your guy, like if you're in the room with them and it's like, hey, this is what we can do together, what does your, I guess, direct proposition look like?
I think it's more like the relationship that we built over the time. and really a focus on the quality and communication that we'll keep throughout the whole
Yeah.
process. Um, we don't really appreciate or go down to race to the bottom. That's not
Yeah.
what we are here for. We are here for building long-term relationship. It's not like if you are going to go and execute this project with me, then it's not just this project. It's like you are going to get more insights into how the digital landscape is forming. You are going to get more insights into how the value chains are organizing themselves. You are
Hmm.
going to get more insights into the student pipeline that's coming through. So not really all businesses are interested in that, but hey, we are going into an integrated world, so why not jump on board and see where this is going?
Hmm. Yeah. That makes sense. It's almost like, hey, you can, it's almost like like you guys are like the premium in the sense of like, hey, like you're going to be doing so much more business and getting, and being so much more well taken care of in the long run that it's going to allow you to grow and, like build a better and bigger business in the long run.
Correct,
It's like
correct.
it's the
So,
same
so
reason why you don't go and you buy like a crappy like thing that you're going to be using a lot, because just that little cost savings at the beginning, you're like having a disaster in the future. So it's like,
correct.
yeah, and it maybe it's
And it
yeah.
makes sense to build those kind of relationships, Will, because like I said right in the beginning, because Australia is such a vast continent, but compared to that, the numbers are so small. If you want to stay sustainable, you've got to have those long, strong relationships,
Hmm.
uh, so that you're able to get a repeat business, not just that business, but so that you're able to build on more on those value stacks and integrate the value chains.
Yeah.
Um, uh, and the supply demand, yes, like that's something you can't control, but I guess it evolves uh, as the new sort of generation comes up. Uh,
Yeah. It's like, look, we can make phone calls. I could get like a flip phone, but I want an iPhone. It's like, yeah,
yeah,
the flip,
yeah,
they can both make calls, but like with the iPhone, I'm going to be able to get a lot more business done. I'm going to make a lot more money. It's like the same thing here. It's like, look, you can
exactly.
go for the flip phone. If you want to go with your Nokia, go for it. But
Yes,
we want something that's going to help us grow big over time. So I completely understand the value prop. And it seems like, yeah, just getting the right partners and them to see, and of course they need to be in a place where they can uh, come to the table with what they need to work with you guys. But
correct,
that makes sense. Okay,
correct,
very cool.
correct, Will. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, on the I guess if there's anything that you think that we could do to help with on the My Worker front, I'd be happy to set up a time and we can run through and actually build out target personas together. I think I got a pretty high level sense from this conversation what that might look like, but um, yeah, I'd be happy to help and love what you're doing and want to support and help any way I
No,
can.
definitely. No, thanks so much, Will. Thanks so much for the call. It's a different feeling as well to have a chat like this, and I really
Yeah,
appreciate the time.
yeah,
Really appreciate the time
absolutely.
that you are taking. I've not shipped one single product, but it's time. Like it's high time to let's just get on board and
Yeah.
and and
Well, dude, I
get
can
things
tell.
moving.
As soon as you told me what time you'd be taking the call, I'm like, anyone who's down to do that and like take a call at 4 a.m. This guy's, yeah, it's like let's chat. I love it, and I love your energy too, man. And yeah, I have a feeling that whatever your vision or mission and goal is with this company and beyond, you'll go and you'll make it happen.
Thanks. Thank you so much. Thanks, Will.
All right. Well, we'll stay in touch over LinkedIn, and then anytime if you want to do like another call like this on stream or not, just let me know, and we can go through the target persona building and all of that.
Yeah, definitely. You know what? Well, I think the next step forward from here will, like I said, like you said, you want to show me a live demo, and I'll probably blocks out so that you get a vision of what, if we can automate this process, how we can automate this process, and then yes, the numbers later on, we can talk about that later.
Absolutely. Sounds good, man.
Thanks.
I'll let you get some
Thanks, Will.
sleep. I appreciate you
All good.
staying up. All
See you.
right.
See you,
Take
Will.
care.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.